Hi, welcome you all for the fundamentals of embedded system. In this video, we are going to brush up some of the C topics like pointers in C, pointers arithmetic, pointers to structure, and function pointer. The first let us see pointers in C. Pointer is a variable. Pointer is a variable which is used to store the address of the another variable. This definition we all know. This is the general declaration how we usually declare the pointer int star of pointer. This is how we declare the pointer. And here I have given a simple example. Here we have a variable called a and its value is 10. In second line I am storing the address of a a equal to 10 and I am going to store the address of a into the pointer. So I have mentioned as int star pointer equal to ampersand of a. Here we can say a is a variable and the ampersand of a is nothing but address of this particular variable. For an example, we can take this is a. Inside the a, I am storing the value 10. And this a must be in some address, right? For an example, we can take the address is 2000. So this ampersand of a is nothing but it denotes the address of that particular variable. And a denotes the value of that variable. Pointer, here what we are doing is I am just assigning this address into my pointer variable. So pointer stores the address of a. Pointer is generally used in embedded system because by using the pointer we can directly access the memory as well as the hardware registers. Next is pointer arithmetic. Pointer arithmetic is also very much important in embedded system because by using the pointer arithmetic we can move inside the memory location. Generally we use increment operator, decrement operator, addition and subtraction, everything we usually do in C using the pointer. For an example, we can take an array. Inside an array I have the three variables 10, 20 and 30. Then I am assigning the array into a pointer, address of the array into the pointer. If I am incrementing my pointer, it automatically moves from 10 to 20 and 20 to 30. It goes on pointing to the next location. This is how this pointer works. Why it is used in embedded system? For an example, pointer moves to the next memory location, isn't it? Here I am taking int is my size. Int as my variable means if I move from if I am giving the increment, it automatically jumps from, for an example, initially the address is 1000 and I am incrementing means it automatically moves to the 1000 to 1004 bytes because the size is 4 bytes. Next topic is pointer to structure. Pointers can also be used to point the structure variable. This is the simple syntax of structure. Here I am having a structure called a structure student. Inside the structure we are having int id and int marks are the members of the structure. By using the pointer we can declare like I am creating an object like struct student star of pointer. So if I want to access the id of this particular structure means then we go with pointer arrow operator of id equal to 10. This is how we are going to assign the id value to the struct student. So, during which cases this arrow operator is used means it generally used to access the structure member using a pointer. It will be efficient in memory usage as well as the data access will be faster when we are going with pointer to structure. So last one is function pointer. Function pointer is nothing but which is used to store the address of the function. This is the general declaration like what is the return type and function name as well as the parameter which we are passing as an argument. Here it is a simple example. Here I am having a function called int add. Then I am declaring a function pointer and I am assigning the address of my add function to the function pointer. So usually how we will use to call this function means result equal to add of add function. I will call the add function. Inside the add function we use it to pass the argument like 5, 3. This is how we generally call a function by passing the argument. and here instead of calling the function I'm calling the function using function pointer, because I have assigned the address of my add function to the function pointer. So instead of add 5 comma 3, we can use function pointer 5 comma 3. It automatically call this particular function and do the steps. In which cases this function pointer concepts are used means it's generally used in callback function, interrupt handling, and flexible programming. So callback function is nothing but it is used to callback function is implemented using function pointer. We passes the function address to the another function. In callback function, we pass the function address to the another function, and that function will call back later. Like here I have taken a simple example, like how I can say means we are placing a food order, and I have given my mobile number also inside that, but when the delivery partner will call back us once the order is getting ready, we will get the call back. Like similarly the callback function will works. If you see here, I am having execute greet. This is the function is passed as an argument inside the execute. Here greet is nothing but it is my function which is passed as an argument inside the execute function. So inside the execute, after it do some task, my function will be called back. So this is how callback functions will work. In next concept, interrupt handling also we generally go with function pointer. Interrupt handling is nothing but if some output interrupt occurs means the currently running program gets stopped and it goes to the interrupt service routine and it do the specific function and come back to its original process. Like if you see here I am having an int main and I am assigning my timer ISR. This is my function. Timer ISR is my interrupt service routine. I am storing the function pointer to the I'm storing the address of the function to my pointer called ISR underscore pointer. In this pointer, I am assigning this function's address. So here I am making a function call. This function call is not directly calling like timer ISR. Instead of calling timer ISR, I am using this function pointer. By using the function pointer, I am making a call to my interrupt service routine. Okay. In next class, we discuss about storage classes. Thank you.